Haichka, Hosiem, Chukmahat, Tanko Shamans, Apalak Stomoksna, Chinkun Mentumi. Do y'all get that? Good. Said hello, how are you? Hi, how are you? Hi, how are you? Sorry, I couldn't resist. I've seen somebody do that. Welcoming you here in the traditional fashion of our Squamish people, our Squamish nation. We are Squamish, and we are called Spakwa Slolum, Eagle Song. Our work involves protocol, time on the water in our canoes, places to go to encourage learning more about our culture. Welcoming you here in a fashion that our ancestors have welcomed families to our longhouse. Welcoming you here in the spirit of family. When you are outside, when you're coming in, we say that outside on the wall, there's an imaginary nail in which we invite you to hang any heaviness, negativity, and leave it outside. It has no business being with us when we're together like this as a family. That's our number one rule when we come together. So the floor worker will tell the people, remember that, but also don't forget to pick it up on your way back out. Could be interesting. We would like to use another form of protocol, using an ancient song coming from one of our lady ancestors who had difficulty moving around, had some difficulty walking, but when the family stood up and sang for her and drummed for her, she was able to bypass her disabilities and she was able to dance. This song represents that medicine, the medicine of transition, making it from one good place to another good place in a good way. And again, it's an ancestral song, a song that we use for this very purpose. And we wish you good health, safe journey, have a hilarious evening, and congratulations to all. OCM. OCM, Haichka, Anhath. Have a great evening. OCM.
Welcome to the 2022 Technology Impact Awards, and thank you to the Eagle Song dancers. Joining you now are your hosts for the evening, Jill Tipping and Riaz Megji.
Hey.
What are we doing? What are we doing?
Bring it in.
Oh,
Bring it in.
real hugs. Hello, and welcome to the 2022 Technology Impact Awards.
This is a moment. How good does this feel to be back together again, BC Tech? Right? Jill, this is amazing to see this space because I remember 3 years ago, this is my 5th time doing this with you, when everything changed. I mean, how many of us in this room thought the pandemic would be like 1 or 2 weeks, right? But for you, there was always this consistency of we need to celebrate our people. And in 2020, we went virtual. 2021, we were at Science World. And it's been a long time coming to get us back to this point, but because of you, because of the members, because of this team, we're here to celebrate some amazing stories. So let's give it up for everyone that committed to the process, yeah?
You know, it's been a pretty tough 2 years. And talking to everybody before this evening's events got started, I was realizing that we all have that moment when it struck us that the world had changed. And I remember exactly where I was. It was the fall of 2020, and BC Tech had lost our funding for the Innovation Hub, and we had to make the heartbreaking decision to close it. And I remember going into the hub on the last day of November 2020 to say goodbye to a place that had been a home to me and to our team and to our whole community. And it felt like the end of something. It felt like things would maybe never be the same again. But the amazing thing about tough times is that's when people come together, especially people in this community. And with the help of our board and our landlord, who were fantastic, we were able to rehouse all of our tenants. It was tough, but we got through it.
And you know the amazing thing about being inside the BC Tech Hub, anytime I went into that space, there was like a wall of inspirational quotes, and I always smiled, and I was inspired by, the energy that people would bring. But what's the quote that stood out to you, Jill?
So this is it. This is what we used to call the inspiration wall. This is the last photograph that I took in the hub. And it's a motto that meant a lot to us, and it meant a lot to us in good times, but it meant even more to us in tough times, because phenomenal is not found in the familiar. It's found by venturing into the unknown. So, when tough things happened, we pivoted, just like all of you. We went virtual. We took the BC Tech team completely virtual. We ran a completely virtual TIAs and then a hybrid TIAs. We doubled down on supporting our members. We launched new programming to support startups. We found new ways to increase BC's tech talent pool. And in return, our members supported us. They supported us to create new pathways for underrepresented groups into careers in technology. They helped each other by investing with one another in peer-to-peer C-councils and mentorship programs, and together we advocated for a new economic narrative for BC. So here we are, 2 years later, 2.5 years later, and I'm pleased to say that our member numbers are twice what they were before COVID.
Yeah.
And I want to say that I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you.
All love. That's big love right there. It's awesome to see. Thank you for the realness right off the top. We have a lot of celebrating to do with your stories, but let's just feel 800 people in the room again of what that feels like. BC Tech, you ready to celebrate tonight? Well, we are too, so let's get to it. I tell you what, our sponsors are a big part of making this magic happen tonight. Take a look at your video screens. A big thank you to our sponsors, and then we'll get into the show.
Let's make a difference today by innovating in every way. Let's make sure healthcare is right there for us all. Health and well-being with just a call. Let's make producing food more sustainable, so feeding our growing world is attainable. Let's make our communities safer, smarter, and stronger. Let's make our home last longer. Let's make our technology work for good by investing in our global neighborhood. Let's make the future friendly.
The role of technology in the heavy equipment industry is being redefined. Connected equipment, Internet of Things, artificial intelligence, analytics, and e-commerce are fueling a breakthrough in equipment performance. Finning is leading this digital industry transformation by connecting equipment, innovating the customer e-commerce experience, developing advanced analytics and insights, and providing our customers equipment performance solutions. Welcome to Finning Digital. Welcome to a digital Finning.
Welcome to We're Motion Metrics. Through our technologies, we're building a safer, smarter, and more sustainable future for mining, utilizing advanced camera technology and artificial intelligence to turn every rock into a data object and track productivity at every stage of the comminution workflow. From drill and blasting to haulage and processing, our solutions are providing operators with minute-by-minute critical operational data to better understand their operation.
Let's give it up for our sponsors one more time, yeah? I felt like we should be eating popcorn watching this. It's like right before the movie starts, you know?
It was a trailer.
It was the trailer before we get into it. Yeah, we've got amazing, sponsor support and partners here at the TS in 2022.
We do. Just like to go through a roll call of them, and there's lots. I can only apologize, but there's so many people who want to make sure that this event is the best it can possibly be. So first, let me thank our Spirit of BC tech sponsor, Amazon, for their amazing support of as lead sponsor and award sponsor for this year for the Spirit of BC Tech Award. I'd also like to thank our long-standing platinum sponsors for their generous support, CIBC and TELUS. And thank you to our gold sponsors, Finning and We're Motion Metrics. Special thanks to our VIP reception partner, Faskins, and our thanks as well to silver sponsors, Hudson Pacific Properties and Switchboard PR, and to our bronze sponsors, Blake's, Launchpad, Low Tide Properties, NYIT, and KPMG, and we just thank you all.
Yep, let's give it up. Our incredible award sponsors who support us year in and year out, they're going to be joining us on stage during the show. A big thank you to Accelera, Accenture, Clio, Deloitte, EDC, MDA, Microsoft, Osler, PwC, SAP, and Van City. Let's show them some love. And our great media partners as well, BC Business, Beta Kit, Business in Vancouver, Daily Hive, Techcouver, and Vancouver Tech Journal all have been terrific supporters of the 2022 TS, so thank you.
It's also really important for us to thank the judges. These guys put in hours and hours of effort to make sure that we have exactly the right finalists and exactly the right winners. I won't read all your names, but please know that we are so grateful for the time and the diligence that you bring to this work. We couldn't do it without you. That's an impressive group of people. We'll see the results of their deliberations tonight.
All right. Now, we mentioned this off the top. A big supporter of the TS has been our longstanding partner, CIBC. Obviously, we appreciate their support, and they're here to join us for a capital markets update. So if you could, let's give a warm welcome to Kathy Butler. Kathy.
Great to see everybody back in this wonderful venue. There's a lot of people here. I came in and I thought, oh my gosh, I haven't done this in a while in such a big group, but it's great to be here. Congratulations on the growth in the number of members, Jill. You can see it through the quality of the applications this year. Absolutely stellar group of companies. So a lot has changed, as I'm sure your personal portfolios have shown you in the capital markets since last year. In November, when we were at Science World, all I could talk about was the IPO technology market. It was a super exciting time. We had a number of our leading companies accessing the public markets, and it felt like it was going to go on forever. But as we know, things change, and that's what really tests our grit. Here we are, we're in the longest IPO drought we've seen in 20 years. However, not to despair, the venture capital market continues. While activity is down, and this is a clear result of the downdraft in the public markets, but at the same time, venture capital funds continue to support their existing companies. They have dry powder, and they're looking for those fantastic opportunities. We've seen that the seed rounds are generally unaffected. Series A, B, and growth rounds, of course, are more affected by the public market valuations. But we've got some notable highlights from this year already, and I'm sure more to come. Key highlights from this year, Dapper Labs, of course, took another round. Congratulations to them. And Layer Zero achieved a unicorn status in March of this year. And Certain in Victoria took in 50 million US in growth rounds to support their continued growth. So congratulations to Certain as well. And I'm going to put in a shameless plug for my colleagues at CIBC Innovation Banking. Many of you in the room know Joe Timlin extremely well. He and his partners have been really, really busy. And what have they been busy doing? They've been busy writing those checks, very critical checks, to support through debt financing for these various companies, technology companies, to extend the runway. What we're calling it, we're branding as unicorn fuel. And so this allows companies to not have to reset their valuation in these markets, nor does it make them rush out and sell their businesses. It allows them to extend their runway and for that critical growth as they continue on. We expect merger and acquisition activity to continue in this upcoming year. We've seen quite a bit already. I think the key themes, if you want to think about it, strategics have a lot of money, as we've seen, and as well as the private equity firms. And they're looking for some fantastic acquisitions, many of which, of course, are in our province. So some examples I'd like to highlight. Salesforce, acquisitive as always, found our Traction on Demand, a very key partner of them. The sale of Canalys to Tegas, and I know Demir is here tonight. Congratulations to them. Another portfolio company of VanEdge, Raxium, being acquired for Google for over $1 billion US. Absolutely fantastic. And another theme that we continue to see in our own pipelines here at CIBC is VC-backed companies are coming together with complementary product suites, geographic fit, various things like that to strategically come together, build scale, and achieve cost efficiencies. Why not do it in the private markets so that when the public markets open up again or financings open up again, they're ready and they're a bigger, more cost-efficient company. So one thought to leave with you tonight, because I'm the eternal optimist, been doing this for 26 years, a couple of cycles behind me, is just continue what you're doing. You're building great businesses. Continue to do that. Google, Airbnb, Uber, and Square are just a few examples of some of the most game-changing technology companies that were built in downturns, just like this. While the market hype encouraged companies to grow at all costs, now the market has shifted, and its growth and its profitability, so that dual focus. No matter what the flavor of the day, solid companies will always have options available to them, and they can operate through different market cycles, and they'll prove enduringly valuable. So congratulations to all the nominees tonight. Can't wait to hear the winners, and have a great evening. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Kathy. It is now my very great pleasure to introduce the Honourable Lisa Baer, Minister of Citizen Services, to say a few words about this year's amazing BC Tech Scholarship recipients.
Thank you so much, Jill. I am Lisa Baer. I'm the Minister of Citizen Services and currently also the Minister of Tourism, Arts and Culture. So I have had the joy to work with the tech sector in a number of capacities over the past 5 years since I've been elected. And it really is an honor to be with you tonight. This is so exciting, as we do recognize the outstanding companies and the individuals who've made such a positive impact on BC's tech sector over this past year. I do want to first acknowledge that we are on the traditional territories of the Musqueam, Squamish, and the Tsleil-Waututh peoples, and it's wonderful to be gathered on their territories this evening. And I want to say a big thank you to the Eagle Song dancers for their warm welcome and starting us off in a great way tonight. The Technology Impact Awards are a highlight of the year, and I want to thank Jill and the BC Tech Association for inviting me here tonight. I'm truly always humbled to share the stage with innovative and exciting companies that we get a chance to celebrate. And I'm also so deeply impressed by the caliber of the excellence and the finalists and their ambitions and the goals they've set and the things that they've achieved. But tonight, I have the privilege of announcing the winners of the BC Tech Scholarship for 2022. Now, these scholarships are such an important part of our province's ever-expanding tech industry. We want to nurture and invest our young tech talent, and is one of the keys to success of this sector province-wide. Now, over the summer, the BC Tech Association was thrilled to choose 6 scholarship winners, each of whom will play an important part in building a strong, tech-enabled future for BC. And what they have already achieved and their ambitions to make an impact are truly spectacular. From one student who has already written a novel, come on, I'm 46, I haven't even contemplated that. That's amazing. And to another one who wants to colonize Mars. I mean, these are things we dream of. And we have another who's a cybersecurity master, and I have every expectation that these students are going to conquer and change the world. But first, I want to announce the 3 school scholarship recipients. We have Rachel Shee, Nathan Stewart, and Evan Armstrong. Let's give them a round. And we have 3 university scholarship recipients, and they are Rianne Sherman, Adele Kanishiva, and Andy Lowe. So from these 6, 2 were additionally honored with the Spirit of BC Tech Award. It's an additional bursary of $1,000 for those who go above and beyond, demonstrating exceptional resilience, ambition to overcome challenges, and achieve, true excellence in tech. And Rachel Shee and Rianne Sherman were the 2 awardees tonight. I want to say a big congratulations to all the scholarship recipients, and a congratulations to the companies and individuals all being recognized tonight. It is really inspirational to be here with you. So thank you so much, everyone. Have a good night.
Thank you, Minister Bear. And just to let you know, there are 4 of our scholarship winners in the room, and that's a key part of solving BC's tech talent gap. So please introduce yourselves to them after the show. Just as our scholarship winners showcase their ambitions, so too have all of the finalists for our 12 TIAS award categories, and we asked them what ambition means to them.
Well, I think ambition as its purest forms is achieving something and creating something from nothing.
Ambition to us is having a goal in mind that is a big, audacious goal that is going to do something impactful for society.
Ambition is really working towards a goal and having that grit to get there and prove out a concept. And so it's having that courage to go do something and try something, even though, you know, you're breaking a barrier, you're being disruptive, and it's very likely that you might fail at it. And to me, that's what ambition is.
Ambition means, to me, to have a concept, to have an idea, and to really never give up until you achieve it.
Well, without ambition, you're not going to get much accomplished. Ambition and perseverance are required every day to get through to ringing the bell at the end of the day.
Ambition to the company, ambition to me, I think it's always reaching for the stars.
I guess ambition is striving to achieve your potential, is how I look at it.
Ambition has led to this moment where I'm sitting in front of this camera and able to share my story. If you have ambition, everything else will sort of fall into place.
You believe you can do more. You want more, you're going to chase more, and you're not going to let things get in your way.
It takes so much ambition to be an entrepreneur and to be in tech. But the way that I think about ambition is that the challenges we're faced with in today's world, climate change, the impact of flooding and forest fires, a global economy that's been struggling, supply chain challenges, it takes extraordinary ambition to tackle these challenges, and our British Columbia companies are up for it. Our sector is stepping up and finding solutions, and that's part of what we're celebrating tonight.
Great words. I think everybody's got a definition of ambition. And Jill, when we were on the red carpet, people were sharing their ideas. This observation of BC Tech over the years, I've seen you drive and live this. This is why I love the theme for the 2022 TIAS, whether it's the scholarship winners, the founders, the leaders, the entrepreneurs, all of you here tonight, you're living and breathing ambition. So I think this is a perfect theme to set us up and get us into the celebration of some of these big awards.
It's a word that means a lot. And I think ambition defines this sector, defines this awards show. Shall we get started?
Let's do it.
With that, let's get started with our first award of the night, the Spirit of BC Tech Ambition Award. Please welcome Murray McCutcheon of Abcelera to present the award.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Murray McCutcheon, SVP of Corporate Development at Abcelera. It's an honor to stand here with you today, and it makes me so proud to see what we are all building here in BC. When Abcelera was founded a decade ago, people said, you can't build a company like this in Canada. There's not enough capital, there's not enough talent, it's never been done. And while the path forward had many unknowns, we trusted ourselves, dug into our ambition, and saw BC as the place to build the company. We believed in BC. We're proud to be a BC anchor company that is committed to solving some of the world's biggest challenges. Abcelera is thrilled to be presenting the Spirit of BC Tech Ambition Award. We believe in the direct impact that human ingenuity can have on the world. We are thrilled to see that we have 5 amazing finalists to celebrate in this category. The finalists for the Spirit of BC Tech Ambition Award have showcased their clear ambition for their companies, teams, customers, and for BC. Let's meet our finalists now.
Clio's primary customers are attorneys and law firms. We take all of your processes and mechanisms that you used on paper or in filing cabinets, and we bring that into the cloud. So you can have your data anywhere you are, as long as you have access to internet and on any device that you need that data. Clio's hit a bunch of milestones in the last year. We've acquired multiple companies, we've doubled the team, we've hit unicorn status, and then we also hit our centaur status. And during that time, we've maintained and grown our culture. We've adjusted to a remote-focused environment first, but also have brought our own flavor into the hybrid working model of work in the way that helps you be most effective. We're on a mission to bridge and help attorneys bridge access to justice, because we believe that a judicial system that is equitable and available to everyone is the most important thing to a functioning society. And for us, those kind of goals are never ending.
The mission of Dapper Labs is a fairly simple one, albeit pretty ambitious. Our core mission is to not only bring the first billion people to the blockchain, but also empower consumers. We're serving everyone. 1 billion people, that's a lot of people. Anyone from, the 5-year-old to a collector. We launched UFC, which immediately sold out 100,000 moments. We're working with, one of the biggest soccer leagues in the world, La Liga, and, NBA Top Shot surpassed $1 billion in sales this year during a crypto winter at that. So we've been keeping busy. Flow is quickly becoming one of the most popular blockchains in the world. Thousands of developers and applications being built on it. In order to support innovation and support growth, we also launched this year the Flow Ecosystem Fund, which is something north of $700 million of funds to help foster growth and innovation inside of the Flow ecosystem. So we try and identify developers, startups, companies that are trying to build something special and support them to build on Flow and also provide that monetary backing as well.
So Landshore provides unique, innovative, land-related technology solutions that serve British Columbia and the economy. Landshore was created to support the LTSA to digitize that whole process. Last year, the LTSA processed 7 million digital transactions using Landshore's technology. The technology Landshore builds, operates, and maintains allows that seamless, friction-free transactions to occur in BC. So the Landshore team has been very ambitious and thinks about BC as the market, but really in how we put BC on a global scale, creating an ecosystem that creates an opportunity and expands the market for other players to participate in creating a bigger industry.
Trulioo's mission is financial inclusion. We're building the platform that will allow all 7 billion people in the world to access goods and services digitally. If we're really going to be on the center stage globally, we have to have foundational companies that lead industries in important, disrupting, and solving hard problems. We're ambitious to be one of those companies, not just for another couple of years, but for the long term. It's been a year of growth in people. We doubled our employee base, we doubled our revenue, we dramatically increased the number of customers on our platform, we expanded globally, and we strengthened our balance sheet. Last year we got a lot of attention for our $400 million fundraising. It was a real testament to who we are and the opportunity we have. But it's not the unicorn status that gets us excited. It is the recognition of our product, our customers, and our people, and the opportunity we have.
VanHack is a leading tech recruiting company that helps fill the talent gap here in Canada. The problem we are trying to solve is that there's a huge tech talent labor shortage here in British Columbia. The estimate is about 50,000 in the next 10 years of tech professionals that we're going to be missing. So we actually started VanHack as an education company, which is the primary way that we recruit, is we teach and educate and kind of upskill talent that people otherwise would have maybe disregarded. We call them the diamonds in the rough, the hidden gems. We find them and we help upskill them. And so with Ukraine, when the invasion did happen, we quickly spun up a website, vanhack.com/Ukraine. We waived all our hiring fees for Ukrainian hires, which is still in effect today. And we're able to so far get 20 hires from Ukraine to Canadian companies. It just makes it really real and makes it a lot more than just a hire. It's a life changed.
And the winner is Dapper Labs.
Whew. 800 people, that's a lot more than last year. But it's so awesome to be here, so awesome to be sharing the room with so many amazing companies, amazing people. Congratulations to my fellow finalists. Everyone on this list deserves to be on here. Everyone in this room deserves to be here. We're so proud to be a BC company. We're so proud to be headquartered here. And we're not leaving anytime soon. Just want to give a massive shout out to BC Tech and the BC TIAs for having us here again. A massive shout out to our team, because none of this would have been possible without them. You can't really be a startup without having ambition. So we're going to keep going, keep building strong, and taking it from there. We're going through some uncertain times right now in the industry, but we're going to come out stronger and even better. So proud to be here, and thank you.
I love it. See, it's one thing to have the pressure of being nominated, and then if you win, you have to come up here and share a couple words. Awesome job. We're going to get into our next award. This one, Game Changer for Climate Leadership. Here to help us present this one, please welcome Kirsten Sutton from Van City to present our next award. Kirsten.
Hi, everybody. Wow, look at BC Tech. This is awesome. I'm so jazzed to be back in the room and have my mask on for at least 5 minutes, right, Jill? So I'm excited to be here. This is a brand new award at the TIAs. It's called the Game Changer Climate Leadership Award. At Van City, our vision is a transformed economy that protects the earth and guarantees equity for all. We really believe climate leadership is critical to bringing this vision to life, and that technology can and must play a key role in that. Now, we all have the opportunity of a lifetime, and we have the responsibility of many lifetimes to come to be able to change the course of our future. This award recognizes those companies who have really been advancing climate solutions right here in BC. The incredible finalists have done amazing work and really making a positive difference in their organizations, their communities, and their industries. Let's meet the finalists.
General Fusion is developing a technology called magnetized target fusion. And we're harnessing the power of the sun here on Earth to create clean, carbon-free electricity from fusion energy. Our market, it's a global market, and one of the leading attributes of General Fusion is creating this new market for fusion energy. And we've engaged with almost a dozen companies around the world who are early adopters of this kind of technology, and we're working with them to ensure our product is going to meet the needs in the diverse applications around the world. Our technology, as it is advanced and goes to market, has the promise to fundamentally transform the energy sector as we know it.
Global Relay is a cloud archiving provider. So we archive electronic communications largely for the financial sector. So back in 2014, we opened the Green Data Center using free air evaporative cooling and hydropower, which not only help reduce our carbon footprint, but the renewable sources of energy and keep costs down, allowing us to operate efficiently. Investing in green technologies is not just something that's needed, but that is warranted and desired by our customer base and business community. We all recognize that there's no planet B, so while the data center was not an easy or cheap endeavor by any means, it's an investment that we made that is proving to be very successful for Global Relay and will take us well into the future.
At HTEC, we design and build hydrogen energy solutions. That's to enable the transportation market. We design, build, own, and operate our own stations, and we can help others do the same thing. We are one of the companies that is totally changing the energy game. We are introducing a whole new transportation fuel, one that's zero-emission transportation fuel, and thus contributing to a reduction of climate change. Our whole team works for HTEC because they want to make a difference in climate change, and we are setting out to do that.
Loop Energy builds hydrogen engines for zero-emission commercial vehicles. So it's very simple, hydrogen in, water out, and those are the only emissions of the vehicles we work with. And the commercial vehicles are buses, medium-duty trucks, heavy-duty trucks, and really all around the world. So we've got customers in China, North America, and Europe. For every heavy-duty truck that you reduce the emissions to zero for, it's the equivalent of taking 15 to 20 cars off the road. So that's really why we've focused on this sector and this solution. Putting our technologies into products, we're deploying those products around the world from China to Europe in buses and trucks. And at the end of the day, the way we change the climate game is by getting product into the world that changes the emissions profile of fleets. That's what Loop is doing today.
Wow. Okay, thank you to all of you for what you're doing. It is making a huge difference. And now, the very first Game Changer Climate Leadership Award goes to HTEC. HTEC.
Wow, thank you so much. What an incredible honor. We're very humbled by this award. HTEC is building critical hydrogen infrastructure to help us transition to zero-emission vehicles. How many of you know that we have a fueling station network for hydrogen in BC? Not very many, but we do. And Norm here, I had to bring him up because he's one of our brilliant engineers who really designed and made it happen. I drove here in a hydrogen fuel cell vehicle today, and we're very passionate about the need to decarbonize our energy systems and to transition to zero emission. So thank you very much. I just want to also mention we couldn't have done it ourselves. We had great partners in government, technology providers, and our customers who are fueling at our stations. And we're very lucky to live in British Columbia. You know, BC has been a real leader with our our zero-emission vehicle mandate, our low-carbon fuel regulation, and a real drive to decarbonize. And so we couldn't have done it without the support of the provincial and the federal government. So thank you very much.
Wonderful stuff. And it keeps coming. Our next award is Game Changer in Diversity and Inclusion. Please welcome Kate Ferber from PwC to present the award.
Thank you, and hello everyone. It is really lovely to be here. I cannot believe that, Kathy, you've been doing this for 26 years. You just haven't changed, and it makes me feel terrible, especially with these huge screens around me. But anyway, my name's Kate Ferber. I'm the managing partner for the BC region for PwC. And tonight we celebrate our finalists in the Game Changer Diversity and Inclusion category. This award celebrates 3 exceptional companies who have gone above and beyond to move the needle on diversity and inclusion in the technology sector. At PwC, diversity and inclusion is a priority and a passion of mine. We know to solve big problems, we need to be inclusive of our diverse talent and use the power of differences to achieve our goals. The finalists of these awards share those values. They believe, as we do, that diverse workforces create value for our clients, for people, and communities. We all benefit if we succeed together. So let's meet our finalists now.
Hootsuite was founded here in Vancouver, BC in 2008. It's a company all about helping support small, medium, large businesses with their social journeys, help them build their brand, their business, and their customer relationships through customer care, customer marketing, and through social media management. From a people team perspective, we're trying to create the best employee experience in SaaS. Part of that is having an organization where everyone can feel that they are safe, that they are valued, and that they're empowered to do their best work and be who they are. Our world needs more people and companies and organizations who are elevating our game to make diverse and inclusive workforces.
So we run an agency called Jelly Digital Marketing and PR. We found that there was people that wanted to learn to do what we did, and also we wanted to recruit more people into our industry. So we started Jelly Academy 5 years ago to empower people to do digital marketing. Part of our inspiration was most people are aware of blue-collar jobs and opportunities. Some people are aware of white-collar jobs and opportunities. We wanted to build a school for new-collar jobs, jobs that never existed 5-10 years ago. Social media coordinators, digital ad coordinators, creators and influencers online. I love the saying, not about us, without us. So the fact that our school is Indigenous owned, we have Indigenous instructors, we've got instructors from all sorts of backgrounds. Not only does that give really strong leadership, but it gives diverse insight into an education system. I think that's what everyone's hope is right now. How do we see more diverse leadership? And if we can start them now and get them into the industry and give them the wraparound services, that's the hope.
So SAP is an enterprise application software company. Ultimately, our goal is to help companies run as intelligent enterprises. So I think SAP, when it thinks about diversity and inclusion, is ultimately trying to reflect the diversity of society within our company and to really create inclusive workspace for everybody. And we want to continue to perpetuate that award-winning culture. SAP really is a leader in the technology space in what they're doing from a D&I and an impact standpoint. And we like to go first. We were the first with the Rick Hansen Foundation to become certified in the Vancouver office. We were the founding partner with Matern, who we've now seen other big companies, bring on board as we recognize the need to support women through maternity leaves. We were the first to have an audit with the First Nations Technology Advisory Council and to really take their recommendations and start implementing change. We are really doing this to be the best culture and to be the best for our employees that we possibly can be.
So three great finalists. I did ask backstage that this, given we are PwC, that this is the right envelope. And it is. That joke never gets old. So the winner is Hootsuite.
Wow, goodness, after 2.5 years of working from a home office, it's very different to be back in a room with 800 people. This is fantastic.
Thank you. I'm thrilled to accept this DE&I Game Changer Award on behalf of Tara Ataya, our Chief People and Diversity Officer, and our team at Hootsuite. SAP and Jelly Academy are two progressive and accomplished tech companies who are both doing important and innovative DE&I work, and we are thrilled to be featured by their side. This award, it's a testament to a journey that Hootsuite's been on and work that began well over 5 years ago. Thank you to those leaders, both past and present, who've been part of our journey. And thank you to our team, all of our owls, or as we call them, our people, who care deeply and who nurture an environment of inclusivity and are willing to keep trying new things and to keep learning as we go along this journey, as we all continue to build an employee experience where everyone is able to do their best work without ever having to compromise who they are. Diversity, equity, and inclusion in our communities and in our workplaces is complex, and at times it can seem unattainable. My hope, our hope, is that the steps we are taking not only help to build successful companies and enhance the lives of the people within our organizations, but also have ripple effects within our industries and well beyond. Thank you, BC Tech Association and our sponsors for putting these Tech Impact Awards together and for recognizing the companies who are making an impact in our DEI journeys together. Thank you very much.
Great speeches so far. I love how efficient this is just running.
They got the memo. They got the
memo. They got the memo. And we're going to keep things running to present our next award for excellence in industry innovation. Please welcome Andrew Marchand from Accenture to help present this one. Andrew.
Wow. I'm not the first to say this, but 800 people. This is fantastic. Great to be here again celebrating the TIAs. The Excellence in Industry Innovation Award celebrates companies whose technology clearly demonstrate next-level innovation and a breakthrough solution with significant market impact. At Accenture, our diverse and global team of now more than 700,000 employees believe in unlocking sustainable value for all stakeholders, including our customers, our employees, our investors, and our communities. We believe that this is best done by delivering on the promise of technology and human ingenuity. I think that the finalists for this award have done just that. The Excellence in Industry Innovation has the power to make lasting impact for people, industries, and the world. So let's meet our finalists.
What we do at Seaspan Shipyards is we design, build, and support big, complex, technically advanced ships. So the Earned Value Management System for Seaspan Shipyards is about taking industry-leading tools and techniques and then bringing them together with the most modern approaches to data management, data analysis, to really make the most of the people we have and bring together that team to build the ship. So what this system has led us to is being able to share the plan and the way of building this ship with a wider group, which makes us more efficient as a team. It makes better use of all of our skills, and ultimately we continually improving what we do.
Tech for Robotics make robots to solve tough industrial problems. We're solving a hair-on-fire problem for the mushroom industry. There's 34 million metric tons of fresh mushrooms hand-picked every year, and labor pain has been hurting the industry for decades. So we've developed a robotic harvester that picks mushrooms. We automate jobs that people don't want to do. And it's not just in Canada that people don't want to do this. This problem is worldwide. Our robot's 3 times as fast, and it solves the complete problem of finding, picking, trimming, and packaging and getting the mushroom out of the growing room. According to industry leaders, we're 2 years ahead of the closest competition. The potential for TechBrew to become a 500-person company in Salmon Arm, which would be a huge, huge win for the community, the province, the world.
The Vancouver International Airport is located in Vancouver. We are the second largest airport in Canada. When we think about the airport as a platform, pretty much any type of technology can be tested and trialed at an airport. We're like a smart city. So through the Innovation Hub, we developed the digital twin, and we partnered with some local businesses. It's a flight simulator for airports. So everything that you can do at the airport, you can do on the digital twin. We saw it as an opportunity to help the local business community come together and to solve problems that would help the airport and help them grow their businesses.
All right, and the Excellence in Industry Innovation Award goes to the YVR Airport Authority.
All right, how many of you have flown recently at YVR? Woo! I have to tell you, we really missed you through the pandemic. So the digitization of our airport is really all about you. Early on, we recognized the pandemic as an opportunity to leverage a digital twin of our airport in Sea Island, which sits on the traditional and unceded territory of our Musqueam friends. We built a platform to navigate a complex operation during the most difficult time in the history of aviation. The rebound in air travel has been a little bit bumpy, and if you've traveled through a Canadian airport over the summer or watched the news, you've probably noticed or heard of various operational challenges amid a surge of travel demand and post-pandemic labor shortages. Putting our digital twin in the hands of our frontline staff allowed our team to understand where congestion was expected, thus supporting our passengers to navigate and move through the airport as quickly as possible. As a result, YVR avoided many of the disruptions so many airports experienced all over the world. That's a phenomenal tribute to the power of technology. Ooh. I'd first like to thank the BC Tech Association for everything that you do. What a beautiful event that you have here tonight. We're humbled and honored to be in the company of the nominees represented here and to be in the center of a world-class innovation ecosystem. While I get to accept the award, I am backed by the most amazing team at YVR, and a lot of them are here tonight. Their passion, their dedication, and their smarts are really second to none. My sincere congratulations to Alyssa, Andrew, Beth, Chris, Linda, Jason, Carrie, Dwayne, Robert, and all the rest of the team back at YVR. And I'd also like to thank our partners that have helped us gain recognition worldwide. So thanks to our friends at Unity Technology and Geosim Cities. So the future of digitizing our airport is extremely bright with so many use cases that we're looking at to improve our facilities, planning, maintenance, flow of aircraft, lowering GHGs, all in the service of cargo operations, but most importantly, to service you as our passengers. Thank you very much.
Our next award is Excellence in Technology Innovation. Please welcome Minda Suchan from MDA to present this award.
Thank you so much. It's exciting to be here tonight. The Excellence in Technology Innovation Award recognizes companies whose technologies clearly demonstrate the next level of innovation and breakthrough solutions with significant market impact. At MDA, we know firsthand how innovation not only drives business, but also drives our ability to address some of the biggest issues we face today. Our satellites measure climate change, track ice flows, monitor crops, map wetlands, detect pollution, spot illegal activities like deforestation and illegal fishing. What is so unique and inspiring about innovators is our absolute need to define, feed, and fuel technical advancements. We push for never-ending evolution where there is always room for improvement, always another or better way to do things, and always an opportunity to advance. For all these reasons, we couldn't be more excited to present this award to our fellow technology innovators here in BC. Let's meet our finalists now.
Elevated Signals is the operating system for controlled environment agriculture. We provide software to new manufacturing companies of agricultural products, which includes indoor vertical farming, it includes greenhouses, and we essentially help them digitally track everything that's happening within their facility. We're part of the new generation of software companies that is looking to digitally transform antiquated industries, and that involves doing a lot of hands-on work, like going into manufacturing facilities and farming operations, understanding the way that they do business, and then creating software that is very robust and sophisticated, but also very user-friendly so that anyone in the facility can use it. Our biggest competitor is the status quo. We started by identifying a problem in the cannabis industry, but the long-term goal was always food security, because food security is a global problem. So we're starting with this small dream here in Canada, and we're going to take that to the next level.
We started Forward AI to make it simpler and easier for banks, lenders, and fintechs to request access to the accounting data from their small business customers so that they can speed up the underwriting process. More than 82% of businesses fail because of cash flow problems, and many of these businesses, they were profitable, but they failed because those business owners, they couldn't predict for the upcoming cash flow gaps. We are very unique that we have a platform where these banks or lenders, they can better engage with their small business clients on a cash flow planning and management platform. They can approve 99.9% of applications within a minute, which is very different than currently the banks were taking anywhere from 3 weeks to a month. We make it very simple and easy, and we believe our technology will going to revolutionize how the small business lending will be done in the future.
So Meet Amy bridges the traditional world of wealth management with the world of Web3, including blockchain, cryptocurrencies, digital assets, and the future tokenization of everything.
Data is very different in the crypto world than it is in traditional finance, and having that bridge that connects their existing systems to the world of digital assets is what's relevant for them. We're the only company in Canada that is doing this. We're one of a handful of companies globally that are doing this, and we've been very, very fortunate in building that team.
So Meet Amy has so many areas of growth in terms of adding products, adding more digital assets, adding portfolio tools, adding learning content, and we're being asked to enter new markets. We're being pulled into Europe. So for us, it's just scale and growth and building our partnerships so we can meet this pent-up demand that's in the world for a solution like ours.
Transworld Solution is a company based in Richmond, BC. We basically have produced a product which tries to prevent or predict crashes, traffic crashes or collisions before they happen. So what the software basically does, it's a platform which uses video technology as well as artificial intelligence, we are changing the way the industry operates, changing from reactive to proactive. 5 years worth of data versus under a week. And this is, for me, a lifesaver. So for us, we are proud to have this technology because this is the contribution we are giving to society in terms of saving lives.
And the award goes to Meet Amy Innovations.
Come over here.
Congratulations. Right over there for you. Right over there. Congratulations. Congratulations. Yeah. Congratulations. Go for it. See it.
Go ahead.
Say something funny.
Oh my God. Okay, this was a shock because we didn't think a Web3 company would win. But thank you, everybody. This has been one of the hardest, most challenging startup roads ever. And I want to thank our team for building the impossible. And I want to thank Vancouver for being such a great tech community. And I want to dedicate this award to a lovely member of our team who passed away this year, Victoria, who just inspired us and gave us amazing energy. And thank you, everybody, for doing this.
So our next award, we get to talk about company culture and excellence in company culture. Here to help us do that, please welcome Christine Vukasik from SAP to present our next award. Christine.
Hello, so great to be here, and it's so inspiring to hear all these amazing things coming from all these companies around us. As a past winner in this category, we believe that culture is fundamental to business success. As a market leader in enterprise application software, SAP helps companies of all sizes and all industries run at their best. We have always been committed to building a culture that supports and continues to adapt to the needs of our employees and their communities. The finalists we are celebrating today are companies whose cultures deepen the positive impact they have on the ecosystem and the community. Let's meet them now.
Our mission is to bring, the first billion people to Web3 and the blockchain. We started back in 2018 with that mission and that vision, and we're still going today. Probably most proud of the team that we're built and we're currently building. We're almost at 600 people now. This time last year we were maybe about 150. Tremendous amount of growth in a very short period of time. But we have some very, very amazing people on board with us that are going to help us grow this rocket ship into what it's supposed to be and meant to be. Our culture is very centered around our core values, and there are a lot of them: Kaizen, founder mentality, community is a big one of ours too. Because we're building for consumers, we have to make sure that we're dialed into the community and we're listening to our community. There was a period of time where we asked the entire team to pick up support tickets, for example, right? And sometimes it's great, sometimes not so great, but you get feedback directly from those consumers from what they're going through. To bring 1 billion people onto a platform is a very ambitious goal. It's one we set out to do when we launched the company back in 2018, and it's one that we're committed to and one that we're going to push forwards with.
Freshworks Studio is a custom software application development firm. We provide application development services to government, enterprises, Fortune 500 companies. We work very closely with them to modernize the state of affairs and provide digital solutions. Where we really shined and outperformed others is our diverse practices, which allowed us to hire diverse candidates. So Freshworks culture is quite unique in many ways. We have 21 different countries represented at Freshworks. Together we speak 32 different languages. And what that allows us to do is create unique processes, policies, which facilitates that and which empowers each other. Once you set that culture up at the top, it just floats down at the bottom. Everyone is comfortable working with people with diverse languages, diverse skill sets, because we all together makes it stronger.
Lumen 5 is an online video creation platform designed to help marketing and communications professionals create engaging videos in minutes without the need for video editing experience whatsoever. The Lumen 5 culture really prioritizes creating a sense of psychological safety, and what that leads to is people's willingness to bring forth ideas, risky ideas sometimes, and that drives innovation. And that safety is so important. We came out of the COVID pandemic with an 82.4 score on Employee Net Promoter Score, which is one of the highest scores in any industries around the world. Another aspect that makes the Lumen 5 culture very unique is that we've bootstrapped the entire way, 100%, without investor backing. What that means is that we have a much larger stock options allocation that's designed for the employees as opposed to being reserved for the investors. And that's created a lot of ownership in the company, and that really shows in our day-to-day work. Historically, we've mostly been known for our revenue growth, our speed of growth, but the reality is most people don't join Lumen 5 for the revenue growth. They join us for the culture. And this is really a message that we want to put out there, is that a company, a startup like Lumen 5 can achieve revenue hypergrowth without sacrificing culture. And if anything, culture is a prerequisite to hypergrowth.
All right. And excellence in company culture goes to Dapper Labs.
Hey there, everyone. I think one of the things that speaks to our company culture is that, Sam, who you've seen up here already, when he got back from the first award, he immediately came over to me and said, "Hey, do you think you could do the next one if we get if we win again?" I've been a tech leader for a long time, longer than I care to admit, and in every company I worked at previously, I always felt like I was sort of the, one of the more thoughtful people, one of the people who put more effort into things like culture. And when I came to Dapper Labs, what I realized is that there was like a whole other level we could go to. Most companies treat their employees' happiness as sort of a hygiene issue, right? If it's good enough, then we don't have to think about it. And the team at Dapper has shown consistently that that's something that if you put it at the forefront, it pays dividends. And I think everybody in this room understands the importance of our people, the importance of getting the right people who are excited about the opportunity, excited about the problems, and excited to come into work every day. And it's not easy to do all the time, especially when things get tough. And I think by keeping that at the top of the list, it's really great. So I want to thank BC Tech for putting on tonight. I want to thank all of the sponsors, especially SAP for this category. And I want to, I honestly don't know how the judges did this. I feel like understanding company culture is impossible. So I'm really grateful that we've been recognized for this, but I'm sure there are many other teams here who put as much effort into it. Otherwise, you wouldn't be succeeding in such a difficult market. So thanks, everyone. This is a real pleasure.
Dapper Labs, where are you, Dapper Labs, by the way?
Drinks are on them.
Yeah, right? 2 for 2 tonight. It's a big night. Well, speeches have been great so far. How's everybody doing at this point in the awards show, right? Your energy, your attention's been fantastic. We just want to let you know the dinner service is coming up. But because you are here tonight, a part of this very special community, the team put together a video to talk about what this community means to you.
So I don't think the BC Tech community needs to be inspired. It has been inspirational. The tech community is what leads people in times of despair or market downturns. It's where people become really innovative and think outside the box to try and gain efficiencies.
Now that we're coming out of the pandemic, you're seeing more and more interesting startups. Some are going to succeed, some are going to fail, but the amount of collaborations that we're seeing that are coming up are just phenomenal.
So our advice to the local tech community is believe in that diversity, believe in inclusion, great ideas will come, great products will be born.
My advice to anyone who's having a tough time or struggling with something is to really reach out to the industry for help. I think really as companies we're really keen on blazing our own path, but we lose the opportunity in doing that to really tap into the knowledge base of the community.
What I would say to companies about persevering through challenging times is those are the times where you really can use your ambition and do something differently. Look through different lenses on the opportunities that are out there. How can you seize the day, do things that have never been done before? Look at it through that entrepreneurial lens and just try new things and make it happen.
As we come through these tough times, for entrepreneurs and innovators, I would recommend that you reach out to this vibrant community we have. You'll be surprised at how helpful our community is in BC.
Being a part of the BC Tech Association has been critical for Loop. No man is an island is the phrase, and no company is an island. We all need each other.
20 years ago, I went to my first TS. I was amazed by the community that I had become part of, the people and the support we had for each other. I love the BC tech industry. I think it's a key ingredient to our success and enabling this province to put ourselves on the map and be one of the leading tech economies globally.
We understand how important the tech sector is to the future of British Columbia, and I, for one, actually think our tech sector is the future of British Columbia.
Please. All right. BC Tech. Do me a favor, if you can hear my voice, big round of applause for the dinner service we just got at the convention center, yeah? Yeah, let's give it up. They're working hard back there for you. Now, I love seeing everybody mingling. We're going to get going with the second half of this show, so if you see your friends up there, just give them a tap on the shoulder. Let's bring them back to the table. And how do you feel about it? Can we give out some more awards here? Should we do it? Okay, help me out. If you can hear my voice, shh. Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. You all have been amazing tonight, by the way. You know, you bring 800 people back together. You're not sure how it's going to go, but thank you for the attention. And our next award, this is going to be something unique. This is actually something new to the TIAs because just a quick show of hands in this room. How many people were at the BC Tech Dragon's Den night that took place a few weeks back? Just hands up. Hands up. Okay, that's actually my bad. I can't even see you right now. Just clap if you were there that night, yeah? A few of you. There was a record 10 finalists in the Startup Award for Company of the Year. So Jill and the team put their heads together and wanted to do something unique. So they had the Dragon's Den night, real life BC Dragons was pretty cool. And then everybody had to pitch their great idea and do it in a minute max. So we got it down to 4. And tonight, knowing that we were going to do the TIAs, we thought, we wanted to do something special. And if you were at the Dragon's Den night, I mean, it was pretty cool because you saw smart mattress toppers, micro EVs, software for doctors, ideas on how to access grant money. We're all about supporting, right? So what we wanted to do live here was give you a bit of a plot twist for the next award. But for those that weren't in attendance at Microsoft and they were a great host for Dragon's Den night, take a look at your screens and see what you missed, and then we'll queue up something special for you live here at the 2022 TIAs. Have a look at this video.
We announced 10 finalists for our Company of the Year Startup Award, and tonight, those 10 finalists will be battling it out live in front of you to be showcased at the TIAs. Our dragons have the toughest job tonight, but please join me in welcoming them. First, we have Rich Osborne. Next is Noah Shipman, Lori Schultz. And our dragons are completed with Christy Wyatt. So there's all to play for tonight. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. So should we get started?
How many of you have walked into a store in the last year and noticed that you have empty shelves? Ooh.
Surfer is the entrepreneur, the board is the product, and the wave is the market. And listening to you pitch, it reminded me a lot of a surfer sort of pitch.
I often joke that as a female engineer, I'm used to being underestimated. It's the same thing with this market.
Your personal background as a lifeguard just adds to the credibility. Your ramp up of sales likewise. So I thought that was all really good.
The biggest and important part of this that the key industrial players are excited about is the data.
Growing a company is all about teamwork.
We'll win because we generate a lot more electricity for the similar cost. It's a real estate to energy game, right? So if it costs the same and generate more, that's how you're going to win.
Is yours an upfront sale? What's your OEM opportunity? What's your dependence on services? And how are you thinking about recurring revenues?
Building a business is hard, and one of the biggest barriers for entrepreneurs is money.
If this whole entrepreneur thing doesn't work out, I think you can be doing master classes on pitching.
In every crisis, there's opportunity. And crisis hit my team 2 years ago when our manufacturers in China shut down.
I got very excited about the idea of kind of an enabler for the ecosystem, really sort of that platform for this community to be able to kind of innovate on top of.
We develop our very own proprietary micro EV charging and security station called Express. We have a fully operational warehouse here in Delta with over 6,000 e-bikes available in inventory.
I think that a lot of money is going to get spent in this space.
I was a terrible sleeper, and I found many people had the same problem. And so we thought we'd do something about it. And our customers described the product as life-changing.
A point of advice I'd have for all of the people here, have a really strong moat that nobody can replicate in the near term.
We dreamt of and we designed a solution that's intuitive, that automates the paperwork, and makes doctors and patients' lives better.
I felt like a better human being just reading your pitch.
We're literally talking about removing tens of billions of tons of carbon dioxide out of the atmosphere. It's almost unfathomable, but we will do it.
How do you avoid partnering with companies that use this in a greenwashing type of communication strategy?
And our 4 finalists are...
It's a tremendous validation that working as a team works.
But the more people we can get to believe in our mission, to be on board with us, the better.
We're trying to put BC on the map, and again, also Canada, as a manufacturer and a hardware company.
For me, I think it's really important to have the recognition from these amazing judges
coming out of BC that have made huge impact.
Our dragons, thank you to each of them. They were amazing. Thank you to Microsoft. And join us at the TIAs to find out who's the winner.
Well, look at that. Jill building all of the suspense for us. How do you think they did? What do you think of that? 10 finalists, pretty cool. We got it down to 4. Now, this is a big award, right? The winner gets to go on stage, but the winner also is going to get a check for $10,000 here tonight. And we thought there were dragons at the Microsoft night, BC Dragons Den, but we thought since we're here at the TIAs, why don't we make all of you the dragons that are going to help us make this all-important decision? So, BC Tech, you up for the challenge to help us? Yeah? Okay, about 10 of you are, the other 790, you can pick up the slack here. Our 4 finalists are here tonight, and when we were talking with Jill, we kind of laughed because she said, well, all the money in BC is going to be in the room at the TIA, so why not have them pitch live in front of 800 people? They're going to be on the spot, they're going to have 1 minute, and we're going to find out who's going to win Company of the Year in the startup category. So, without further ado, let's get this started, and if you could, please help me in welcoming from Carbon Minerals, let's give it up for Bethany. Bethany, come on up. Microphone is here. Thank you. You will have 1 minute. Let's get that close up. Nice. No pressure, right? No pressure. You're great. You got this. You got this.
Hi, everyone. Okay.
Anytime.
From Lytton to Pakistan, to Puerto Rico and Florida, this is climate change. There is too much CO2 in the atmosphere, and we now have to pull over a century of past emissions back out of the air. It's the challenge of our generation, and the future of our planet depends on us solving it. At Carbon Minerals, we turn atmospheric CO2 into rock. Our company just won a $1 million X Prize, deeming us one of the top carbon removal solutions in the world. Our patent-pending technology uses mine rock waste to both capture and permanently store CO2. And by working with the mining industry, we also help them produce carbon-negative metals for the clean energy transition. We have 3 MOUs with top global mining companies. We've already sold $300,000 in carbon removal credits. And we have a commercial pilot on the way with the top nickel miner in the world for EV batteries. We love this planet. And with the support of the BC Tech community behind us, we can do our job in restoring it. Thank you.
Like a boss. How did that feel to pitch in this room versus in the Microsoft venue a few weeks back?
Different. A lot more people here.
I love it. And tell us about your passion. What triggered this for you that this was something you wanted to get behind and ultimately create a business?
So, Carbon Minerals was founded by geologists. We're a bunch of rock nerds. We love rocks, and
rock nerds. I love that.
We realized what we were doing in the lab. The world was ready for it. It was time to move from the lab and take it to the world. So here we are.
And now you've got this momentum. Obviously, you're up for a big award tonight. What's the first step, not only just with the business, but the first step all of us can take to help create change and support this cause?
It's a hard question. There's a lot of ways to answer that. I would say if there's one thing that I want everyone to realize tonight or bring home tonight, it's that even as a global society, if we get to net zero, it's still not enough. We have to go net negative, and that's what carbon removals are. That's the business we're in.
Let's give it up for Bethany. Right. Thank you. Watch your step down here. She's off the hot seat. All right. 1 down, 3 to go. Donna is in the house. Udi is going to represent. Let's give it up for Udi. Udi. Here's the microphone.
Zoom on the nose. So recently we received a third-party independent validation
that a solar panel integrated with our technology generates 30% and more energy from the same more than existing technologies. This allows us to execute and realize the revenue from a multi-million-dollar existing commercialization agreement in North America, as well as utility pilots in Europe. And we're not ending there. We're doing the same thing for both batteries and electric vehicles. Our technology, which is essentially a chip that transmits both power and data, from AC to DC, multiple devices simultaneously through the air and using structures, is the disruption that is required and needed in order to generate, store, and transmit more energy, constraint-free and without failure. We're a minority and female-led organization here in BC, and we're building a culture focused on execution and personal growth, so we can leave this planet in a better stage, in a better state than we received it. We are Dana. Oh, that's mine.
That's it. That's it. Obviously, we're talking innovation in tech, but the secret sauce of Dana, what is that for you?
100% it's team, the people. This event, this very event, is the brainchild of one of our interns, who unfortunately isn't here today. But if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't be here today. So that's how strong the team is.
And tell us about the diversity of the team, how you make it so inclusive.
Well, we made it so inclusive just by being people. We speak 8 languages in the company. I think the only continent not represented is Antarctica. And yeah, we would make Benetton blush.
Well, congratulations on making it to this point. It's going to be a big award. We're going to find out. Let's give it up for Udi for stepping up with the live pitch. Thank you, sir. We have a dynamic duo for our next presenters. They represent Mintless. Let's give it up for Mirza and Mike. Hello, hello.
Cars, the second largest asset for most people. Buying and selling cars sucks and hasn't changed with new players who are focused on disrupting the dealer model rather than the customer experience. They have limited inventory, they provide you only one offer on your car, and are going head-to-head with dealers who own 99% of the market. Our solution, Mintless, an online marketplace connecting thousands of dealers so you receive hundreds of offers for your car in 15 minutes, an unlimited selection of cars to choose from. No fees, no obligations, no negotiations.
And dealers love it too, saving them 25% of their costs. Since launch in January, we have $10 million in GMV, $2 million in committed ARR, and over $500 million in inventory, all without owning it. It's super scalable. And our key industry partners include RBC, Industrial Alliance, Carfax, and Canada's largest auto group. And we're actually the first Canadian company to win the International Business Award for Startup of the Year. No one has cracked this $1 trillion market yet. Mintless is here to change that.
Damn. Did it feel like we were just watching the commercial for Mintless? Like, you two just, it's like a match made in heaven. When did this match come about? How did you two meet, and how did you two know that this was the right match?
So, I'll tell you, I wrote this business plan many years ago, and Mirza and I met at a car rally, so I think that's very apropos. And I gave her to her, and I said, just tell me what you think about this, because I'd heard that she was really smart in tech, and both of those are true. And here we are. Thank you.
And for you, how did you know Mike was the right partner?
So I was looking for my next startup, and then he casually passed this 40-page business plan that he had so many things scratched on it. I knew he had read it many times, and other people had read it. Casually passed it on to me. He was like, it was like, what, end of 2019, early 2020. He was like, I wrote this 5 years ago, read it with an open mind. I think 2020 would be a good year to bring it to market. I read it, and I came to him, and I knew he rolled at multiple businesses before. I came to him, and I said, I think this is your black swan, isn't it? He said, yeah. I was like, why are you trusting me with it? He said, well, 30 years in the car business and sales, I know people. So we came together, and I was like, okay, Profile of the early adopter, let's do this as needed.
Well, I love it. You guys made it to the Final Four. Congratulations. Thanks for the pitch. We're going to find out who takes home the prize shortly. Big love for Mintless. Thank you. One more presenter in our Final Four. Carlin is here from VotaSafe for her official pitch. Let's give it up for Carlin.
Over 250,000 people die each year by drowning. That's more than half that of malaria, but as the silent epidemic, as so called by the WHO, drowning doesn't receive the attention it deserves, and drowning rates are on the rise. Most children drown 20 feet from a shoreline. You just can't see them. First responder methods are archaic, expensive, and high risk. At VotaSafe, we've developed AquaEye, a handheld scanning sonar device that uses AI to locate people underwater. AquaEye can scan the area of a football field in 2 minutes and pinpoint the location of a victim. We're on track to do $1.8 million in revenue this year and haven't yet captured 1% of the available market in North America. We've started to expand through Asia and Europe and plan to triple our international growth next year. Not only can AquaEye help save the lives of drowning victims, it can also help keep our first responders safe. Those who, at great risk to themselves and huge cost to their communities, help others in need. Our mission is to save lives through safer, faster water rescue because tragedy is avoidable. Thank you.
Carlin, thank you for that. You know, it's amazing, one, to create an idea you're passionate about, and then two, to see it and feel it in action. Do you remember the first time that somebody used your creation and you really felt the impact?
Yeah, absolutely. We were at our old tiny little 600 square foot office. We got the news and I think we were all a little bit just dumbstruck at first. I mean, this whole thing started with me working out of my bathtub. I don't know how my husband survived that. It was a year of like, you can't go in there, I'm using the tub. It grew to now having this incredible team I have, the most phenomenal people I could ever ask to work for. And to be able to share with them that all of our hard work is actually making a difference, it's the best feeling in the world.
Well, congratulations for making it to the Final Four, and thank you for sharing the pitch. Let's give Carlin and VotaSafe some love. And let's bring up all of our finalists on stage. Thank you. Let's make some room. Before we actually announce the winner, you, the audience, we want to hear from you. Which pitch resonated? Which one moved you? Let's bring everybody up. So let's go, Mike and Marissa from Mintless. What do we think? Round of applause. This one, this is it. Bethany from Carbon Minerals. What do we think? Oh, great. Udi from Donna. And of course, we just heard from her, Carlin from VotaSafe. I love it. This is such a Canadian audience. You just show love for every single one. So the judges have the tough call. Thank you. Congratulations. And guess what? Jill's at the front of the stage. The suspense has been built. Jill, back over to you. We're going to find out who is our big winner.
Thank you, Riaz, and thank you to our top four for bringing your ambition to the stage tonight. Now to present the winner of Startup of the Year, please welcome Michael Thibodeau from Microsoft to the stage.
Wow, it's a lot of people. Gets real when you get up here. Before we start tonight's webinar, can everyone please mute their microphones? Just messing around. Thank you, Jill, for having us. Thank you to all the amazing startups. Startups are the lifeblood of BC's tech sector, and we are so proud to support the thriving startup scene here in British Columbia. At Microsoft, we're thrilled to partner with BC Tech to celebrate the community of startups here in BC. We know that startups are ambitious, tenacious, and that each of this year's finalists will leave their mark on the world. Now, without further ado, let's find out who this year's winner is. Just breaking this thing over here. This year's Company of the Year for startups is VotaSafe.
Hi. Thank you so much for this as award. This is incredible. I did not prepare a speech. Thank you guys so much. This is incredible to be a part of this community here. Like I said, my team, my family, everybody behind us is amazing. I'm truly touched. This is remarkable. The other candidates, they have phenomenal companies. I really hope that everybody in this room just continues to create incredible technology and job opportunities for BC, because I think we're doing amazing things. So congrats to all of you, and thank you so much.
Wonderful winner. Our next award is Company of the Year Growth. Please welcome Justin Young from Osler to present the award.
Thanks so much, Jill. I'm so pleased to be here with you to introduce the finalists for this award. The Company of the Year Growth category includes 4 high-growth companies that we look forward to watching grow and scale to be future anchors of British Columbia. We at Osler share the growth story with this group. Since opening our office in 2015, we have significantly scaled our team and practice in BC. We're currently 80 strong, and we're proud to have helped hundreds of BC-based companies raise capital, grow, and exit. Many of our clients and our friends are in the award categories tonight, and we're continually impressed with the quality and the depth of the entrepreneurs, the technology companies, and the technology investors that we have here in British Columbia. Now, let's meet our finalists.
So what we do is we create a low-code, free and open source platform that allows governments and public sector organizations to rapidly build applications to provide digital services to its citizens.
When it comes to digital transformation problems, everybody likes to build the software from scratch. But then we realized we are solving the same problems over and over again. Why don't we come up with an open source, low-code platform where we need to do less programming to create digital services?
When we created our product, we made it free and open source so that it is freely available to government to offer digital services to citizens. So if you go to our website, we say we help empower our clients to serve people better. The apps that we have built over the years have likely touched the lives of most British Columbians and also other entrepreneurs coming out of BC. We have helped to bring their ideas from mind to market.
Fans Unite is a global gaming and customer acquisition enterprise. How we started the company is vastly different than where it is today. We started the platform as a social network for sports bettors. Since then, it's become real money gaming and technology and customer acquisition, working with some of the largest gaming companies in the world. Yeah, we had a do or die moment as we were getting ready to go public when the COVID pandemic started and sports came to a screeching halt. We made a concerted effort to shift from traditional sports to esports, and I think we saw a true shift in consumer habit from bricks and mortar to actually online, and I think that's now here to stay forever. We went a couple of years ago from a small team of 5 with very minimal revenue to now we're doing millions of revenue, and we have about a team of 100 globally. So it's been a very exciting 2 years, and we continue to say here at Fans Unite that we're still just getting started.
So Oxygenate, we're a Vancouver-based clean tech company. We make fresh air ventilation systems for buildings, and we do it in a low energy way with no greenhouse gas emissions. We just saw a huge opportunity for making buildings healthier and doing it in a sustainable way. We can make full ventilation systems for schools, senior care facilities, office buildings. We've built this amazing team of experts, of building scientists, HVAC engineers. We'll do close to 10 million in revenue this year. And I'm really proud that we're now manufacturing all of our products in Burnaby, BC. So it's cool that these products that are good for the planet, good for people's health, are made here locally in British Columbia. We're part of the whole electrification or decarbonization movement of buildings, and we're proud that we can be a small part of that.
So Sanifusion is a modern SaaS-based platform for managing information security, risk, and compliance programs. You use Sanifusion to track everything that you need to do in order to be compliant to various information security standards. So there's a lot required ranging from managing your policies, managing your vendors. We give you the tool to do everything you need in one place. Any organization that has a requirement to manage their information security compliance is a great customer for us. So moving from spreadsheets to a platform like Sanifusion allows the organization to have full visibility into their information security governance risk programs. In 2021, we doubled in terms of revenue and employees. We have tripled since then. And we don't plan on slowing down.
Okay, and the winner of the Company of the Year Growth is AOT Technologies.
Thank you, BC Tech. Really excited to be here and be really proud of getting this award. Very humbled and really this is a great recognition for our team, and this is for our team at AOT Technologies.
Yeah, thanks. So for BC Tech, since we started with 2 people, it's an overnight success which took 10 years. So since we started with just 2 people, BC Tech has always been an essential ingredient of this success. And we just want to thank the community for inspiration, help, help and knowledge and tips and tricks and mentoring and that long years of health and of help. And we want to thank the community, BC Tech, and also our employees and our people, our families, and our employees. Thank you. Thanks.
And congratulations to all other winners. Thank you.
Thanks.
It's the power of BC Tech right there. Love hearing the emotion from some of these speeches, and we're going to hear some more because our next award is Company of the Year Export. And here to help us present this one, please welcome Supriya Devgan from EDC. Supriya.
Hi, we at EDC are thrilled to be presenting the award for Company of the Year Export. This category recognizes 3 exceptional companies that are making waves globally through the export of technology developed proudly here in British Columbia. EDC is dedicated to helping Canadian companies of all sizes succeed on the world stage. As international risk experts, we provide the trade knowledge, financial solutions, equity, insurance, and international connections that companies need to grow their business with confidence. The finalists in this category are incredible success stories whose impact extends beyond our borders. We would like to congratulate them and look forward to finding out who the winner is. Let's hear their stories now.
Advanced Cyclotron Systems sells medical cyclotrons, which are used to produce medical isotopes, which in turn are used to diagnose various diseases like cancer, heart, and brain diseases. We do business in over 40 countries around the world. Over 90% of our revenues come from outside of Canada. And we are in places like China, India, Russia, everywhere in Europe, and Bolivia, to name a few. There is no truer export-oriented company, I think, than our own. We are selling a very high technology, healthcare-related product around the world. We compete with General Electric, Siemens, Sumitomo, and we're the small Canadian company competing with these massive giants around the world. So we punch very well above our weight.
What we do at Canalist is we take publicly available financial information and we structure it, we kind of make it more consumable for professional investors to hopefully invest better and generate better returns for all of us. Since our founding, Canalist has been focused on being a global business. Our early clients were from all across North America, some in Canada, but predominantly in the US. And as the business has grown, that sort of trajectory has continued. And so this past year, we've been something close to 95% of our revenue came from outside of Canada. One big recent success we've had is closing our Series C funding in January, led by Dragoneer, with participation from Canada Pension Plan. And really that's just a sign of we're building something that's of value, not just locally, not just nationally, but to folks around the world.
At Launchpad, we put the puzzle together for our clients' business. From HR to marketing to sales, we do software integration and workflow automation. And it's all about making it easy for our customer. When we started Launchpad in 2018, it was all about starting with that intentional global strategy to be based here in BC, but with a global outreach and targeting the Fortune 500 companies to start and to take it to the masses from there. Well, I think ambition at its purest forms is achieving something and creating something from nothing. We are growing today so that we can support our ambitious goals and taking care of the people that are both working at Launchpad and taking care of our partners and bringing a really useful solution to the marketplace.
We are trying to mimic human-level intelligence or beyond human using cameras and machines. So we are the leading company with patented technology developed here in Canada doing that on the rear motion methods. We are having a record year in terms of revenue and profitability and export. The majority of our systems are being picked up and shipped to mine sites around the world, small, medium, and large size. We have big corporate customers. Pretty much any mining company you think of, they are our customers today. Export has been a huge part of our business, and we kind of feel proud of it. And the fact that we are in Vancouver, Canada. So we are establishing a center of excellence to ship state-of-the-art systems here from Vancouver to around the world.
And the Company of the Year export is Advanced Cyclotron Systems.
Well, thank you very much, BC Tech. Fantastic recognition for our employees, particularly. Just before COVID started, we had a surge in orders actually from China. Orders were taken. It takes a year to build these cyclotrons, and then you have to install them in China. And then COVID hit. And people were scared to travel. Nobody wanted to go on a plane, and there was quarantining of 3 weeks in a hotel in China, and we had very anxious customers. And our employees stepped up. They made the courageous decision of getting on those flights, spending the time in the hotels for 3 weeks, getting the installation done, and making it happen. And the customers were very satisfied, and sales continued to do very, very well over there. So this is really to all the employees of Advanced Cyclotron, thank you very much. This is really for you, and it's your award. Thank you very much.
Our next award is Company of the Year Scale. Please welcome Natalie Archibald from Clio to present the award.
The Company of the Year Scale category showcases 4 role models in BC's technology sector. These companies are growing well on their path of becoming the next anchors of the province's tech ecosystem. BC is one of the best places to grow and scale a tech company, and our community's grit and dedication, especially over the past year, is remarkable. As a past winner, it is an honor to present this category, and a big congratulations to all of the finalists in this category. Let's meet them now.
Freight Club is a shipping marketplace. It is providing e-commerce retailers and brick and mortar retailers with shipping options in the same way that Expedia provides options to end consumers on flights. Freight Club is an emerging disruptor in the shipping and logistics space, one that is $750 billion in US trucking alone. Our relentless pursuit of an exceptional customer experience has enabled us to grow 6 times in the last 2 years. We're not blind to the environmental impacts of the industry that we're in the trucking industry. And at Freight Club, we've made a commitment on January 1st, 2021 to offset every shipment that we enable at no cost to our clients or our partners. In 2019, Freight Club was a relatively small company, 15 employees, $8 million in revenue. And in 2020, we were 150% growth. In 2021, we had another 150% growth. And we're now an emerging company that's close to $100 million in revenue in 2022, and we're extremely excited about the path that we're on right now.
Lighthouse Labs allows you to pivot your career within a 12-week boot camp or 30-week boot camp instead of going to university for 4 years. You gain hands-on skills, hands-on learning, meet a lot of people, build up a network in the industry, and then we help you find a job at the end. And we support you for life, not just for that first job. We provide you career services, resume support, and allow you to grow within the industry. So we have over 4,000 graduates from our bootcamp programs, but we've also helped over 30,000 individuals, help them learn, help them grow within the tech environment. We're working with large employers to allow them to help job mobility for their employees. We take baristas and turn them into software developers, not only for their first job, but a job with growth, development, better pay, and working remotely if that's what they want.
ReadyMode is a sales engagement platform for contact centers. So we make agents more productive and drive more revenue for contact centers. The underlying problem that we solve is agent productivity. Contact centers, especially outbound ones, traditionally run on very thin margins. In the very early days of the company, we really understood that that was the underlying issue. So typically, a call center agent is waiting 30 seconds, 1 minute, 2 minutes for a call. Our software gives the agent the ability to stay busy by cutting down that wait time and ensuring that they're having as many conversations as possible. We are subscription-based, so we're actually month to month. So there's no long-term contracts. We have to drive value every single month. And the byproduct of that has been exceptional revenue growth.
Redland was really a science experiment that started in the late 90s by the technical founder Bob Redden, who was actually developing technology on the Mir space station. So really the foundation of this company is the ability to produce this very difficult to produce semiconductor material at a cost point that can be used for key applications in CT imaging and in baggage scanning and in security applications. And we're really providing a quantum improvement for both of those applications that are going to affect millions of people in terms of both the quality of their life and possibly even their life itself with what we're able to do with next generation CT imaging. We're taking both of those applications from kind of 1980s cathode ray tube type imaging quality to 4K high def imaging quality. We have a very detailed and funded plan and program to scale our company from where we are today. We're doing $25 million a year in revenue today, and we're going to increase our capacity by 10x over the next 5 years. Revenues will go up 3x. Headcount will double, and our floor space for manufacturing and office space will also double. It's been a 20-year journey, so seeing it finally get to that stage is pretty exciting.
All right, so the Company of the Year Scale Award recipient is Redland Technologies.
So, thank you very much. It's indeed a pleasure to be here tonight. I am not Glenn Binley, the gentleman that was in that video. My name is Ralph Turfus, and I'm a longtime, 45-year actually, veteran in the technology industry. So tonight's presence here has just been phenomenal. It feels like old home. And I must say that I haven't been to one of these events in quite a while, maybe 10 years, and I'm just literally blown away by the quality and quantity of terrific companies in this presence tonight. It's just amazing what's changed in a very short period of time. So congratulations to everybody. In particular, I want to congratulate the other 3 finalists in this event because I think it was just truly an honor for Redland to win this thing tonight, considering those other 3 choices that the judges had. On to a little bit about what Redland does. Redland, as Glenn said, is a specialty semiconductor manufacturer. They make a chip that's about the size of your fingernail, and that chip, represented by my hand here, takes radiation coming in this direction, it converts it going through the chip, and out the other side comes an electronic signal, and that signal typically goes to an imaging system. So things like CT scanners and X-ray machines and stuff like that are prominent outcomes of using these chips. Chip has about 1,000 pixels on it, so it's dense, and there are about 600 of them that go into a CT machine. Redland's a science project that actually succeeded, which is truly amazing. And I'll just give you a little representation of the journey. Glenn Binley joined the company as CEO about 1999-2000, and for the next 10 years, they developed the product. 10 years to develop the product, and they got it to work. That's amazing. The second amazing part is the next 10 years, they did customer acquisition, as well as creating a manufacturing process that they could actually supply to devices to customers. And they acquired 5 out of the 7 top vendors in the CT community. And it's been said tonight, and especially in the export group, that many of those companies were punching above their weight, and Redland is in the same category as well. It was just amazing that this little company in Vancouver and Victoria got these deals closed with these giants, Fortune 500 companies throughout the world. Remarkable. The last 10 years, 2020 to say roughly now and going forward, Glenn Binley succeeded in selling the company to Canon over in Tokyo, which is why he's not here tonight. And we sold it for over $400 million. So it was an unbelievable outcome, given that there's about 22 years plus in it. And right now what they're doing is working on getting the final product in shape that it can be commercialized. So again, I am so proud to be part of the Redland story. It's just amazing. On to the TIA. I did a lot of work with the TIA in 2005 to 2010, and it again, it's just remarkable what's going on. But relative to how Redland can suffice in the emerging anchor category, which is what I believe you're calling this, I think it's two ways. Glenn mentioned growth enormously over the next couple of years. The primary focus of the system is into medical CT. And Glenn mentioned that the reason why is just the quality of imaging that will be available. And he contrasted it between a cathode ray tube on days of yore with TV to actually HD right now. So it's that kind of difference that radiologists and other clinicians are going to be able to use for you and I as patients, because diagnosis and treatment tracking is going to go through the roof. Medical imaging will be revolutionized, and I use that word sincerely, in the next while when these systems get out into the marketplace. And the last thing that will help British Columbia and the tech industry is this is a horizontal technology. So again, Glenn mentioned that it's used for medical imaging, but it's also used for baggage scanning. For instance, you're going to be able to go through airports and not actually have to dump out your water and your plastic bottles and so on, and those systems are being installed right now. And then the third area that we've done a little bit of work on, but not much, is non-destructive testing. There's a bunch of vertical applications out there that I think are ripe for the picking, and my bet's going to be that there's some entrepreneurs that are going to come out of the likes of Redland and take up the cudgel and go for it in terms of using that technology in these different opportunities. So I see Redland being a huge anchor tenant for the technology industry in BC over the next long period of time. And thank you, TIA, for this recognition tonight. Much appreciated.
That right there was the definition of ambition. They've been busy over the last 2 decades, right? Our next award, Company of the Year Anchor. And to help us present this one, do us a favor and please welcome Erica Pretorius from Deloitte. Erica.
Good evening, all you talented people out there. We're getting close to the end of the evening, but this award was absolutely worth the wait. The Anchor Company of the Year Award acknowledges a company that is an established leader in the BC tech industry. And the winners of this award are widely recognized as anchors of the BC tech ecosystem, and that they are creating lasting value and investing locally. At Deloitte, we are driven to enrich the lives of British Columbians with innovation and purpose by making an impact that matters. We explore new technologies, we guide our clients through unknown territories, and foster connections in the tech community. We help our clients become leaders wherever they choose to play, and are so proud to be part of this innovative community that's building a thriving and sustainable BC. Let's meet this year's exceptional Anchor finalists.
GeoComply is a cybersecurity and fraud prevention solution provider. At GeoComply, we are data scientists that pick apart information like location, device information, and piece it together to catch fraudsters and create security solutions. GeoComply has been going through hypergrowth in the last few years. We've just moved into a bigger space, office space in Vancouver. We want to be the premier tech house in Vancouver with the greatest talent. GeoComply is proud to be a local Vancouver team of creative thinkers. We know that we're part of the heartbeat of the city when it comes to tech companies that are involved in hypergrowth. And so we believe that we are the anchor and want to continue to see this community grow.
Global Relay is a cloud archiving provider. So we archive electronic communications largely for the financial sector. We reached over 1,000 employees globally, which was a huge milestone for our business. And just this year, we've contributed more than $1 billion in revenue to the BC economy. Founded and raised in Vancouver, we are in it for the long haul. To win the Anchor Company of the Year award for the BCTS would mean validation of our business strategy, validation of our products and services, and validation of our investment in BC.
So at LMI Technologies, in short, we build eyeballs for robots. We manufacture sensors that digitize the production process, allowing our customers to improve the quality of their products through automated inspection, optimization, and robotic guidance. LMI's customers are scattered all around the world in a huge variety of industries, but essentially any time that there's a high volume production process, LMI is involved with those customers, helping make that production process better. LMI's always been really focused on our headquarters here in British Columbia. Really the reason is because of the complexity of what it is that we're trying to do, where we're bringing together a huge number of different disciplines, from electronic hardware through to mechanical design to software, and we're trying to build our own products in a really low volume, high mix production environment. So it's really important that we have everything sort of centralized in one location so we can work as quickly as possible to get the solutions our customer needs.
In a nutshell, we design, build, and repair ships for the Royal Canadian Navy and the Canadian Coast Guard. We're transforming the shipbuilding industry, and that's what we're really proud of. Computer programs, 3D modeling, visualization, all of that is how we're transforming the shipbuilding industry. We started out in 2015 with about 50 people. Now we're up just in our new construction yard to 1,750 people, and across all 3 yards, over 2,700 people. As an anchor company, we feel a responsibility, and not just for us and good paying jobs here in BC, but also for helping the broader marine industry. That's what I think of when I hear the word anchor. And at the end of the day, we're a shipbuilder. Who knows more about anchors?
And the winner, Company of the Year Anchor, is GeoComply.
Wow. Well, thank you so much. On behalf of the entire GeoComply company, I really, really appreciate this. This is incredible. The crowd here and the finalists and the winners, congratulations to all of you. This is incredible. My name is Kriti. I lead the product team at GeoComply. So being up here on the stage is not normal for me. So this is, incredible to see all of the tech industry here, coming along in the same platform. Amazing to see all of you guys in the same community, like bringing everyone up. So this is great. I've been with the company for quite a long time. So I've watched us grow from a very niche solution provider to becoming a global cybersecurity powerhouse in fraud detection and geolocation industry. So this is, to give you an idea, like we've been in this industry for quite some time, and our services are on about 400 million devices, and we go over billions of transactions day in and out. So there's no stop to the growth that we see inside. So this is absolutely incredible for our growing operations around the world. As a BC unicorn, you can just imagine how proud we are all to call the city of Vancouver our home. This is our headquarters. So as a partner with all of you, our BC Tech family, we thank you to all the organizers, the sponsors, and of course, our incredible team at GeoComply that are here today. Thank you so much, all of you. This is incredible, and thank you so much again. Lovely to have you all here today. Thank you.
Wonderful. Well, our final award of the night is Person of the Year. Please welcome Sonia Frechik from Amazon to present the award.
I'm a co-lead for Amazon Women Engineering. Our passion is to further opportunities for women in technology. Amidst the world of change and innovation, the world needs leaders who can bring big ideas to life, lead companies, and deliver value to their communities. That is what makes this category so special. Today, we will meet 3 acknowledged ecosystem leaders who have demonstrated their leadership in multiple settings, who are mentors and role models to others, and who actively engage with the community to build a stronger future for tech in BC. Let's meet our finalists.
My name is Joy Johnson. I'm the President and Vice Chancellor of Simon Fraser University. I started my career as a nurse and really learned at that time how important research and innovation is. I went on to graduate school, did my master's and my PhD, and became a professor, and really loved my career in research. I had an opportunity to work with the Canadian Institutes of Health Research as the scientific director for the Institute of Gender and Health. And there really tried to move the needle in terms of getting people to think about how outcomes can be different for women and men, and how we need to make sure we're thinking about that when we develop drugs and new technologies. I think it's really important to me to think about relationships with the tech society and the university. Partnerships really matter to the university, and I think we recognize that we can do much, much more when we partner together. And when we look at the economic strategy for the province, I really believe that we can work in partnership with industry, with community groups to grow a better BC. And to address really pressing challenges. And those challenges are everything from climate change, the climate emergency, to thinking about the opioid crisis, to thinking about homelessness. We've got amazing resources and people at SFU, and I think what excites me the most and what I'm looking forward to is finding ways to partner more, to do more, and to really help grow this province in an incredible way.
Joy Johnson is one of our most extraordinary leaders here in British Columbia. To watch the innovation that SFU has embraced and the partnerships they've brought on, Joy Johnson is an exceptional leader, and we're so lucky to have her.
I've known Joy Johnson since her beginnings as the VP of Research and Innovation at SFU, and have really worked very closely with her to look at how academic institutions can work really hand in hand with industry to build stronger results and build partnerships that last a lifetime.
Hi, I'm Josh Nelson. I'm the co-founder and GM of Eastside Games. So I grew up in a small northern town in BC called Willow River. It's probably 200 people, just outside of Prince George. I worked in hospitality for years, lived in Whistler, and then one day went to Capilano College and did information technology, which was supposed to be learn the technology of the future. And I did that, and I've been working in tech ever since in BC for almost 20 years now. To work in tech and to lead a game studio, I just never thought that was in my path. We've really been focusing on talking about tech is for everyone. And I really believe tech is the blue collar, or what some people are saying, new collar jobs of BC. There's such a stigma around you can only work in tech if you are privileged enough to go to university, and I think I'm a small bit of proof that that's not true. But more importantly, I think my job is just to hold the door open. So I just hope my message going out to people that live in the North, Indigenous people, that you should work in tech. It's changed my life.
I've known Josh for many years, back in the day when he was a young buck in the video game industry and I was starting my first studio. And Josh has always just been a really natural leader, very honest and true guy who really stepped up and challenged his team in regards to diversity from early days. I have nothing but respect for Josh Nilsson.
Yeah, I really admire Josh in many ways, and just someone that I see as a huge inspiration to our tech industry and an amazing leader that is genuinely shaking things up in a lot of practical ways too, whether it's scholarships to get people into the gaming industry or providing inspiration and ideas for other people like myself. And probably other people in this room right now have been inspired by Josh. Just looking around the room, I see you nodding your heads right now. You've been inspired by Josh and the way he's leading the charge. So kudos to you, Josh. Huge fan, and appreciate all that you're doing. Marcy.
I'm Pascal Spothelfer, and I'm the president and CEO of Genome British Columbia. My journey through life has not been really on a linear path. It has taken turns and twists. Growing up in Switzerland, had to go to the military. And so had the experience of being a recruit and being thrown together with people from all walks of life and to work with them as a team. And then later on, after officer school as a lieutenant, to be in charge of 20 to 45-year-olds who really didn't want to be there, and to learn leadership skills that I have benefited from my entire life, really. Genome BC is interesting because it allowed me to pull it all together. I could use my private industry background, I could use my academic background, both from my PhD days to my UBC days, but I could also use the lessons learned from an ecosystem building at the BCTIA, BC Tech Today, at the time, and what I've learned in government relations. So Genome BC was really this opportunity to do something comprehensive, to continue to learn and satisfy my community by going to life sciences, which was a new area for me. And did I ever learn over the past 6 years? Being nominated for that award is a huge honor, and it's a real privilege. But I have to say, I wouldn't consider the honor itself kind of a retirement gift, but more an encouragement to stay engaged in this community and do different things in a different way in an ecosystem I really feel passionate about, and that has given me so much over the past years and during my career.
So great to see that Pascal has been nominated. I don't know what we're going to do with Pascal leaving our sector, and I want to wish Pascal all the best in whatever he does next. Our eyes will be on him.
So I've known Pascal for 20 years when he was the former CEO of BCTIA, great guy. I always wondered, what's a French guy doing in BC running this technology organization, but great guy, and hope he wins.
And the Person of the Year recipient is Josh Nilsson.
It's a bad day to wear makeup because I think I'm going to bawl a bit, but let's see if I can get through this. Thank you very much, everyone, for coming out. Thanks for staying till the end. Yeah, so I started in a small little northern town in BC called Willow River. Anyone from Willow River? Usually I get one shout out, just outside of Prince George. And I really believe tech is for everyone. And in my path, I never thought I would be here working in tech for 20 years. And I don't know how we're going to get more people in tech, but that's really my passion. The fact that most of our tech is around Vancouver, Victoria, but we don't really look at tech outside of BC, in northern BC, the islands all over these places. And The fact that we only have less than 1% Indigenous people in tech is something I want to change. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I'm going to hit up all you to help me do it. And I accept this award for them. Merci.
What a night.
It's a good way to end it. You know what? I love the emotion. We started tonight, I mean, Jill gave us some emotion off the top of what she's gone through, what the team's gone through to get us to this point. I think it's a fitting end with Josh. Let's give it up for every single person that took this stage, everyone that was nominated, everybody that worked hard to make this a reality. It's awesome, Jill. Awesome.
Amazing. Don't wear makeup if you think you might cry. That's my key takeaway.
It's a good lesson. Good lesson. So many great lessons. You know what stands out to me? Every year I get to do this. Where's my guy Bruce from Launchpad? Bruce, you in the room? Over here. You know, in the video, Bruce said something simple. It's that idea of creating something out of nothing. And every year when this award show happens, these are moments of mass exposure. And what we saw for people to step up and have the courage to take the stage, I love seeing our Startup Award finalists do a pitch live in front of 800 people. That is not an easy thing to do, but everybody stepped up to the moment and they just keep creating. So congratulations to all for the courage to push this forward.
And you know what stands out for me, apart from the cheesy jokes and the people who made me cry, you know who you are, is it's sort of amazing what we can do when we come together, eh? When we support our startups to tell their story to a room with all the money. And when we support people to grow into anchors. And when those anchors put down roots and help the next generation and give it back and build a stronger community. And that's what tonight is all about. That's what this community is all about. You inspire me every single day. You inspired me tonight. I guess we'll see you next year.
Right here. Right here. And Jill and the team. Thank you, everybody. Have a great evening.